Good morning. It's Rosboundy as psychic medium this morning. We're here to do the daily Lenormand card spread reading, and it is, well, as sun shining with some blue sky, and yet there is clouds and a weather report. It looking like it's going to be lousy. You're not greeted with the usual tinkering of wind chimes because I took them out down in the middle of the night because they would drive me nuts. They woke me up. It was getting very rough and wild weather out there. So here we are tuning into our cards, our senses, ready for the reading. Now, here we go with the Our card, and this is the one that we've got this morning, is there are two things we should give our children, and one is roots and one is wings. Ain't that the case? I dare say it's what I pertain to have given to my children because they have now grown up into their own adulthood, and that's as it should be, isn't it? And we have here is the inkwell and quill. Look carefully at agreements. Be careful what you sign. So if there's things that you're actually moving into today to sign official stuff, just read it first and be careful what it is you sign. And that actually does include some of these terms of service on your internet access things. I have found over time it does pay to have read a lot of those end user agreements and terms of service and privacy, etc., etc. So here we are for Kaza saying good morning. How are you this morning? And we have Rena. Yes, good morning to you. And we've got Kim, good morning as well. It's lovely to have you all here. It is like family, isn't it? Getting around the brekkie table. And good morning, Veronica. I'm sort of well today. It's the anticipation, I think, for tomorrow morning, not being here to share the time with you guys. And yes, getting put under that anaesthetic and having a few things done, isn't it? Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully it works in the end. No fox. No, there's not this morning. Isn't that funny? We haven't got the fox this morning. Actually, have we got anything from yesterday? Oh, the trend. Good morning, Nat. Lovely to see you here. Shall we just have a quick look? The lilies have been on recently, but I'm not sure whether that was yesterday. Let me just have a quick look. And because it was a weekend, they're the different set of cards as well. So even on Friday, seeing what we've got there wasn't anything the same. So no, not from that one. We've got, whoopsie, I've got lots of photos on my phone, but I do keep the photos of what I have as the spreads. No, there's nothing really that's coming up again. So for a while, so interesting. So the fox energy must have worked out what its plan was, and here we are actually in it. And I haven't got my Apple pencil, so I'll be using my letter opener. This a wonderful letter opener. Don't get many uses for it these days with not receiving too many letters in the paper form anymore. Oh, thank you very much, Veronica. Yeah, well, I'll miss doing it because it's one of those things that's, well, it's just been so enjoyable over the last couple of years, and I'll continue as long as I can. Good morning, Kat. Lovely to see you here this morning as well. Wonderful. So here we are. We've got the lilies in the home space. We've got the mice in the workspace. The magnifying glass, I know we've had it recently. That's in the unexpected space. We've got the dog in your role, and we have the home in the outcome central energy space. So that's really, I love that sentence that it's creating there, that bit of a story with the lily, home and mice. So it's actually, I'm feeling really comfortable with the full spread. It's just a very nice feeling to it. The playfulness of the mice there and the lilies brings us in our home space, brings us connected, brings us into that connection that is the ancestral and, our genetic pool and all that sort of thing. It's that peacefulness of connection. It's spending that time with some reflection or with the stained glass effect. It's that dueling of things that we have repeated, that we're learning from now, that we are completing as well, bringing it to clarity in the that depiction of the lilies in front of the stained glass window. Hope you're understanding how I'm saying this. So that in that home space, it is bringing forward things that you're needing to deal with and bring to peace, and having that completion, that focus. You can see it in that beautiful colours and bright liveliness of the reality here of those lilies in front of that window. It just, so that if there is some little niggling things that you need to be sorting in relationships around your family space, do deal with that today. At least think and plan how you're going to approach it, and have it where it is going to bring you peace. So have that completion. I do feel it's a completion through that one today. So sorting a few things out, like anything. I just suddenly thought this morning, as I'm trying to sleep again because I got woken up with the wind chimes, I do my in case of emergency file, so that, if anything does happen, at least kids have got something that is a password for the computer. You never know. You never know. So it's all those sorts of thoughts, bringing it forward for doing, I think, so that we are at peace. Okay. Here we're bringing the mice energy into our work day today. It's getting things done. It's using the resources around you that you've got. Don't steal someone else's ideas. What I'm feeling this warning is, if you're doing that sort of thing, you're at risk of going ass up yourself, basically. That little one that's swinging from that cloth that he's been nibbling at, that rag, that thread, that whatever. It's grasping at threads for things that are ideas and the rest. Create your own. Don't nibble away at someone else's. Okay, it has that little feel of, yes, you're using resources that are around and about you, but don't steal someone else's, or beware of someone else stealing yours and gnawing away in the background that you haven't seen that's happening in your workspace. It's always going to be a two-way type of thing here. Your awareness of what's happening around you, and what are you actually doing to create this type of havoc behind someone else's back. Okay, have things open and transparent, that you, in your authentic self, can be who you are in its truth, even in its work, in your workspace. Okay, that's what I'm feeling around that one. So it does need that magnifying glass to be brought to the fore with something today as well, because that magnifying glass is there for a reason in that unexpected. So it may be that there will be something that you're needing to look at more closely in that workspace to reveal the details of what's happening, or to, like this card that we've got from the Inner Soul Guidance Oracle deck, be careful. The ink, well, be careful what you sign. So certainly use that magnifying glass to look at the detail, look at the fine print. That's what I'm feeling. It is, I'm tending to think it is a little bit more related to the work day today for us. But, it doesn't mean it's not going to pop up either in your home space, with bringing those things forward to actually bring you peace. Okay. And what we've got here as our role is really sitting in that energy. Oh, good morning, Sarah. Just noticed your comment there. Lovely to have you here this morning as well. And I'm going to let it scroll till that beautiful lucky clover is visible, because as everyone knows, I do like the lucky clovers. I love the owls. I love the dolphins and the butterflies, all sorts of things, isn't it? Flowers, natural things. Anyway, here we go. From that magnifying glass, looking at the close things. Here we've got a companion, a dog, the loved, unconditional, loving dogs, ready to go and do anything at any point in time, whether it's play, go for a walk. See, there's the ball. Oh, it's just not quite showing up at the bottom. There it is. So there's the ball. You can just see that beautiful softness and loving energy that the dog has on its face. At any point in time, it's ready to go for a walk or play or anything. They are our companions, by our feet all the time, aren't you, Peanuts? She is by my foot. She's down there. Be that unconditional loving energy for yourself first and others as well. Bring it to the fore in your life, that's how you're living is ready for anything. And in that loving capacity, um, some things happen at the drop of the hat. As we know, the unexpected does pop into our daily lives. And we do need to be ready and aware to actually bring that unconditional love to the fore and be ready to be that loving companion support for ourselves or others, have that awareness around us today, because that's why dog's being present. And it's certainly bringing it to home, so that all things that are in your life, I mean, what is your home base? You don't live for your work, hopefully. You're living for understanding self and others around you. The soul's path really is back to home. What that means for you is what you need to be discovering. Yes, we ask for help around and about a lot, because there are times where we feel like we're drowning in it, or we're a bit lost in the history of it, those learnt things that we've been taught that we haven't actually learnt for ourselves, but it's accepted as a belief system because it's how we were raised, it's how we were brought up. There are some things that do need to be unlearnt so that we can become our own home self, that coming home to our own soul energy, our own inner love, that is our central core, the beingness of who we are. It is our soul, it is whatever other name that you want to give to it, but it's that inner knowing, that knowing. You know it. It's one of those things. It is one of those things, that inner knowing. So bring that forward in your day, that beautiful readiness for unconditional love, receiving as well as giving, and bringing all things back to that core home. Where is your home? It's not the place that you live in. It really isn't. It is that inner core, inner heart that is going to move on once the body has finished being useful in this lifetime. All of those types of things. Just realise that's finished. So do spend some time with looking at these cards again, which is attracting you with the messages that you need to hear today. Really take that to heart and create in that its message for to help you move to home base, to home. Yeah, because that's the central card. I feel that's really important for today. What is purpose? What is the goal of being? Is there a goal, or is it just being? And I think really it is just being. We're here to be who we are in all its essence, and learning pathways, growth, all of that sort of thing. So, and connecting with other people, because we are in relationship with each other, even via this method of, showing up your comments like this. Thanks, Keza, for you as well. For you as well. Thank you, and especially for those wishes for tomorrow. And thank you, Sarah, wishing the best for my tomorrow morning, sending love and healing. Thank you, everyone. It's all part of that interaction of being family, being connected, being in relationship with each other in whatever way that is. Through it all, just be you, be who you are, and that's where all that lovely connection, interconnection, and jigsaw puzzle-ish part of life really is. I find it makes it so exciting. Like, it's so wonderful to be alive and living in this world that we have right now, and for the next one and the next one and the next one, all that sort of stuff. So it's just exciting, the next adventure. Thank you, Rena. Thank you, and sending love for tomorrow. Thank you so much. And from you too, Veronica, thank you. It is a lovely spread this morning. So revisit just looking at it and feeling where the message is hitting home for you, and live your best life. We'll catch you not tomorrow, but Wednesday morning, hopefully. If it's not, I'll let you know. Okay, thank you so much. And Kim, thank you. And Kim, I'll have the Healy going, I tell you. Bye for now. Namaste. Oh, if you don't know what the Healy is, I better just hook it up. That's what I took off. Got one of those. So thank you. And now it's namaste. Bye for now.